how I completely transformed my life, and how you can too a journey of spiritual awakening, empowerment, and unstoppable growth. Introduction. What if I told you that everything you've ever wanted, peace, purpose, and power, is already within you, waiting to be unlocked? This is the story of how I discovered that truth and transformed my life from the inside out. It wasn't easy, and it didn't happen overnight. But every tear, every stumble, and every moment of doubt was worth it. Because on the other side of fear, I found freedom. On the other side of pain, I found purpose. And on the other side of despair, I found a version of myself I never knew existed. This is not just my story. It's an invitation to yours. If I can transform my life, so can you. Let's begin. Section 1. The breaking point. There comes a moment in life when the weight of your struggles becomes too heavy to bear. For me, that moment came on an ordinary Tuesday evening. I was sitting on the floor of my dimly lit apartment, surrounded by the remnants of a life that felt like it belonged to someone else. Bills piled high on the counter, unopened mail scattered across the table, and a silence so deafening it seemed to echo the emptiness inside me. I had spent years chasing external validation, a better job, a bigger apartment, a picture-perfect relationship, but none of it filled the void. I was successful by society's standards, yet I felt like a fraud. I was living a life that looked good on paper, but felt hollow in my soul. That night, I hit rock bottom. I cried until I had no tears left. And in that raw, unfiltered moment, I asked myself a question that would change everything. Is this all there is? It wasn't a question born of curiosity, but of desperation. I was tired of pretending to be okay. I was tired of wearing masks and playing roles. I was tired of living a life that didn't align with my deepest desires. And in that moment of surrender, something shifted. I didn't have the answers, but for the first time, I was willing to ask the questions. I was ready to face the truth, no matter how painful it might be. Section 2. The Awakening. The days that followed my breaking point were a blur of introspection and self-discovery. I began to question everything I thought I knew about myself and the world around me. I started reading books on spirituality, psychology, and personal growth. I meditated for the first time, sitting in silence and allowing myself to simply be. At first, it felt uncomfortable, almost unbearable. My mind raced with thoughts, worries, and judgments. But slowly, I began to notice a stillness beneath the chaos. It was as if I had stumbled upon a hidden well of peace within myself, a place untouched by the noise of the outside world. One morning, during a particularly deep meditation, I had a revelation that shook me to my core. I realized that my pain wasn't just a burden, it was a teacher. Every struggle, every failure, every heartbreak had been guiding me toward a deeper understanding of myself. I had spent so much time trying to fix what was wrong with me that I had forgotten to embrace what was right. I wasn't broken, I was becoming. And in that moment, I felt a sense of clarity and purpose I had never known before. I wasn't just surviving, I was awakening. Section 3. The Pillars of Transformation. Awakening was just the beginning. The real work came in the form of daily practices and mindset shifts that helped me rebuild my life from the ground up. I discovered that transformation isn't about changing who you are, but about uncovering who you've always been. Here are the key pillars that guided my journey. Self-love. I learned to treat myself with the same kindness and compassion I would offer a dear friend. I stopped criticizing my flaws and started celebrating my strengths. Gratitude. I began each day by listing 3 things I was grateful for. This simple practice shifted my focus from what was lacking to what was abundant. Discipline. I committed to small, consistent actions that aligned with my goals. Whether it was journaling, exercising, or setting boundaries, I showed up for myself every day. Faith. I trusted in the process, even when I couldn't see the outcome. I believed that the universe was conspiring in my favor, even in the midst of uncertainty. Section 4. The Journey of Growth. Transformation is not a linear process. It's a winding path filled with peaks and valleys, triumphs and setbacks. There were days when I felt unstoppable, like I had finally cracked the code to living my best life. And then there were days when I felt like I was back at square one, questioning everything I thought I had learned. But through it all, I held on to one truth. Growth is not about perfection. It's about progress. One of the most challenging aspects of my journey was learning to embrace failure as a teacher rather than a punishment. I used to see setbacks as evidence of my inadequacy, but I began to reframe them as opportunities for growth. Each mistake became a lesson, each obstacle a chance to strengthen my resilience. I learned to celebrate small wins, no matter how insignificant they seemed. Whether it was choosing a healthy meal over fast food or setting a boundary with a toxic person, every step forward was a victory. Another crucial part of my growth was surrounding myself with a supportive community. I sought out mentors, joined online forums, and connected with like-minded individuals who shared my desire for personal and spiritual growth. These relationships became a source of inspiration, accountability, and encouragement. I realized that I didn't have to do it all alone, that asking for help was not a sign of weakness, but a testament to my strength. Section 5, the spiritual foundation. At the heart of my transformation was a deep spiritual awakening. I came to understand that my journey was not just about improving my external circumstances, but about aligning with a higher purpose. I began to see life as a sacred journey, each experience a thread in the tapestry of my soul's evolution. One of the most profound spiritual truths I discovered was the power of intention. I learned that my thoughts and beliefs were not just abstract concepts, but powerful forces that shape my reality. By aligning my thoughts with my deepest desires, I could co-create a life of meaning and fulfillment. This wasn't about wishful thinking, it was about conscious creation. I started each day by setting clear intentions, visualizing my goals as if they had already been achieved, and taking inspired action toward them. Another cornerstone of my spiritual foundation was the practice of surrender. I realized that while I could set intentions and take action, I couldn't control every outcome. Surrendering didn't mean giving up. It meant trusting in the divine timing of the universe. It meant releasing the need to micromanage my life and instead allowing it to unfold organically. This shift in perspective brought me a sense of peace and freedom I had never known before. Section 6, the ripple effect. As I continued to grow and transform, I began to notice a ripple effect in every area of my life. My relationships became deeper and more authentic because I was no longer hiding behind masks or seeking validation from others. I communicated more openly, listened more empathetically, and loved more unconditionally. My career also underwent a profound shift. I realized that my true calling wasn't just about achieving success, but about making a meaningful impact. I started aligning my work with my values, pursuing projects that ignited my passion and served a greater purpose. This not only brought me greater fulfillment, but also attracted opportunities one could never have imagined. Even my physical health improved as I began to see my body as a temple rather than a project. I nourished it with wholesome foods, moved it with joy and gratitude, and rested it with intention. I learned that self-care wasn't selfish. It was essential. The most beautiful part of this ripple effect was the impact it had on those around me. Friends and family members began to notice the changes in me and were inspired to embark on their own journeys of growth. I realized that my transformation wasn't just for me. It was a gift I could share with the world. Section 7, the tools for your transformation. If my story has inspired you to begin your own journey of transformation, here are some practical tools and practices to get you started. Morning rituals. Begin each day with intention. Spend a few minutes in meditation, journaling, or setting goals for the day. Affirmations. Use positive affirmations to reprogram your subconscious mind. Repeat statements like, I am worthy, I am capable, and I am enough daily. Gratitude practice. Keep a gratitude journal and write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. This will shift your focus from lack to abundance. Mindfulness. Practice being present in the moment. Whether it's through meditation, deep breathing, or simply observing your surroundings, mindfulness will help you stay grounded. Self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness, especially during difficult times. Remember that you're doing the best you can with the tools you have. Community. Surround yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals who uplift and inspire you. Conclusion, the invitation. As I reflect on my journey, I am filled with gratitude for every twist and turn, every high and low. Each experience has been a stepping stone, guiding me closer to the truth of who I am. And now, I extend an invitation to you. Take the first step. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing to begin. Remember, transformation is not about becoming someone new. It's about uncovering the radiant essence of who you've always been. It's about peeling back the layers of fear, doubt, and limitation to reveal the limitless potential within you. You are worthy. You are capable. You are enough. And your journey starts now. Kindly subscribe, like, follow, share, and comment.